So what happens when this operation pulls into your town? We will have identified 150 community builders, and they will be invited to come to this room. Ahead of that day, we will have shipped some goods from Prince Edward Island, some natural goodness from PEI, such as some of our mussels, some of our oysters, some of our beef, our chicken, our produce, and we'll have connected with a chef who will interpret these goods in a way that's delicious and inspiring and a nutritious little finger food serving to start the evening. As we pick away at our oysters and mussels, a elder will come forward and make a statement. An elder from your community will welcome us and you and make a statement about what they hope our country will be in the next 150 years. The elder will be followed by a student. A youth, will make a statement about what they hope our country will be in the next 150 years. And then the facilitator will come into the room and begin to ask some questions about what people think now about what they want our country to be, and we'll break out into little groups as we have our finger food and express some initial ideas, the ideas that people have brought with them to the room. After about an hour or so, one of the actors in our play will come forward. They will review the menu that will have previously been sent to the community builders, and on this menu will be 9 very short plays. And these 9 very short plays will be offered in 2 languages, French and English. The plays will be funny, interesting, compelling. They will be a clown show. There will be an environmental investigation. There will be a kind of comedic, almost Monty Python-esque version of a inquiry into the loss of water in a community. They're very interesting, compelling, short plays written by some of Canada's leading and most accomplished playwrights. These plays will then be presented to the audience, and through a show of hands, through some affirmative action, through some drawing a name out of a hat, we're going to select 7 of the potential 18 plays to perform that night. I say 18 because it's 9 plays in 2 languages. So 18 choices, we'll choose 7. Immediately upon choosing 7, the actors will disappear behind stage. The audience will go to the bathroom, have a pee break, and come back into the room, and we'll see about an hour and 10 minutes of astonishing theater. At the end of this astonishing theater, the facilitator will come onto the stage and begin asking questions about what these plays provoked. And the audience will express the ideas to each other. We'll start some dialogues up, and we'll capture the whole thing on video. Then we'll break out into little groups, including in the lobby and in different parts of the theater, to examine some of the questions more carefully. And at the end of an hour, we'll be back in the room to have one final statement, which we'll capture on film. The whole event will be about 4 hours long. Before any of this happens, 25 of those 150 community builders will have offered to give us another 4 hours the next morning. So they will go home, those 25 people, sleep on it, and come back and meet us the next morning for breakfast, and we'll talk about their ideas after a night's sleep, and we'll capture those ideas as well. In the afternoon, the same process will begin for students, and then the whole process will begin again in the evening for a general audience. During the process where the 25 people speak to each other, they will also begin an election. And they will have to make up the rules for how they make this election, but one person from each group will be chosen to come here to Charlottetown in September 2015. And when they arrive here, they will sit with the other 20 members around the actual table where the first conversation that began our country was held. And during that conversation, we will have the ideas expressed from all of the communities from across the country. It will be the first conversation of the next 150 years.